run it back, run it back. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go! Ready. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So they get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, D. Check 31.
Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second down, it's Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 54.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down, Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Go to base. Watch the screen.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here we go.
So here's a
here we go.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Check pass, check pass. Hey, gun. I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Line 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
To throw is Garoppolo. He gets this to Davante Adams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Here we go. 180. 21. Here we go. 57 to mark.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to it, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Garoppolo with the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
21. Hey, check 956. Move.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. They'll throw right side here, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Here we go.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
11. 57. Mike.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got Adams on the hookup. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They run. Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, Saunders trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Jackson. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw, and he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
11. Check. Black. Hey, check, Mike. Hey, gun. Stop your whining. Nice, 57.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Watch the run. They're running. Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
12.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
65. Hey, turn it up.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing is Jackson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
65.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Will. Go ahead.
Right there.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo, he's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 22. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Saunders, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Terry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
21.
55, my God. 55.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Garoppolo again. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
I got them.
Motion. Max 22. 11.
11.
Let's bring it. Deuce.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here we go.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off? Not yet. Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches. Garoppolo now gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game. And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football? Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked. Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here we go.
The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. Check right. Watch it.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Two. Mike, 55.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. Now there's also a flag, but this might be on the offense anyway. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. They'll try the left side. Saunders. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Packers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Hey, orbit.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Push him back. Put it to him, Jet.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 15-yard line.
You must be dreaming. Shoot. Get him on. West. He's checking crack. Check 13. Check 13.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, come on. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Running for it, here's Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Vikings, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.